Hey everyone, before we start, I just want to thank you all for the continued support and that we are getting ever so closer to reaching the first gigantic goal as a creator of 100k subs. So if you're new here, subscribe and join the community. Now let's get going. You already know what time it is. It's time for the game to break some more. Huh. Hello, it's me again, guy who makes thing do not thing. I'm back for some more glitchy goodness in the Smash universe. I looked through your comments on Twitter in the previous videos and the results were good. But hey, you're not here for me to talk, you're here to see the game break. So let's clear the air. Why is it not clear? Here's an easy to do visual glitch brought to you by the Ice Climbers. TM. Trademark. You're gonna need a single Ice Climbers, Smashdown mode, and a final smash. Set Ice Climbers as any position on your Smashdown team except the last, or else nothing happens. Start the match, and then get your final smash. Once you have the final smash, whether it be a meter or a smash ball, use it and die quickly. I did this by jumping down to the bottom of the screen. If you did it right, things turn into Silent Hill. The fog from the top of the Ice Climbers glacier remains on the stage until the match is over. This will work on pretty much any stage, and each one has different effects, but not much else will really go on unless you want to kinda not see anything. Let's move on to something a little more interesting. Now I want you to tell me exactly what happens in this clip. Did you get it? Because I don't understand either. To do this, you need a Mii Brawler with the suplex side special. I would provide more detail, but honestly, I still don't understand the cause of it. I took a Lucina to default battlefield and set the match to 2 stocks. Had the Lucina sit on the ledge and then drop off. As they drop off, take the Mii Brawler and use suplex. You then lose 2 stocks. This is the speedrun strat! I have no idea how to explain this, because I tested it with a few different characters and got no results. For whatever reason, I could only get the 2 stocks to disappear versus Lucina. So whether this is character specific, height specific, or some other variable, I don't know.
But it makes me lose the game.
You know what? I'm getting a little too heated. Let's slow things down a little. Did you like the segue into the next glitch that I had to show you? I found it quite clever. This glitch makes Luma very slow. Like,
very slow.
You're gonna need Chrom, a final smash, and Luma. Charge up the Luma and send it flying toward Chrom. During the charge release, use the final smash. Chrom sends himself flying through Luma and then into Rosalina. The rest happens, and now Luma doesn't exactly function. You could maybe see this as a technique to Luma in some outside world where being worse is good, but it doesn't seem to work on any other final smashes since they don't slow down time or the Luma without interacting with it. Luma does everything as normal, but it's just very desynced and slowed down with all of Rosalina's movements, so they can still attack, deal damage, and be hurt. Just
a lot slower.
So have fun losing half of Rosalina. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever picked Villager and just looked at him and said to yourself, man, I really wish I could play as Villager except everything he does is tilted 45 degrees. Oh wow, look at that. Welcome to the Leaning Tower of Villager. Go to a stage with a slant. Green Hill Zone works very well with this. While on the incline, have Villager ride the gyroid rocket. But that's not all. At the very start of the move, have another player hit Villager about right at this point. If you do it with the right timing, Villager now leans. He does this for all of his animations now. This can be interrupted very easily by using any of his recovery moves, or dying, so just mess around and have fun. Okay, I'm gonna montage it. This will also work on different stages. It just depends on how steep the slope you're standing on is. Though personally, I think you get the best effect on Green Hill Zone. I think it's safe to say after all of this, we can slide into something else. Man, I really gotta stop doing that. Here's an Isabelle glitch, as if there weren't enough already. This one lets you slide around a stage of your choice, though the stage you pick may vary. I had an Isabelle, a Final Destination variant, and a few different characters to test. What you need to do is have the fishing rod and another player's grab connect with each other on the exact same frame. But that's not all. You can't just do this on the ground. It has to be done while Isabelle is in the air. Doing it grounded only results in sadness. Jump in the air, and at the correct time, throw the fishing rod. On the same frame that the fishing rod's hitbox is active, grab Isabelle before she hits the ground. You'll know it's done correctly when you slide across the screen. The ways that you tell this wasn't done on the right timing is when the fishing rod throws the opponent, Isabelle is let go and flies into the air, or Isabelle is let go and she's still on the ground. Or you can also tell because you don't slide. I know, okay, I want it to sound cool. This works on a majority of the cast, though the character you choose may affect the distance that you travel. So mess around. Remember the Pokémon Trainer glitch from the previous video? Well, there was far more to it. Just to reiterate how to do this glitch, go into training mode with Pokémon Trainer on the stage where the trainers sit on a floating platform. Spawn a Ditto, and then reset the training screen. The trainers in the background now move into the foreground. Take the trainers to different stages and they won't just sit in the foreground. Depending on the stage, they'll just float on a single part of the screen, or move around with the stage, and even clip through some things. This gets really interesting when figuring out what stages do what. My personal favorite is Rainbow Cruise. However, take this to Super Mario Maker and, you crash the game. I tried this a second time just to make sure it wasn't me, and that also crashed the game. So don't go to Mario Maker. Now, have you ever wanted to look up the skirts of the female characters? Just listen closely. I've got a guaranteed method. Just watch this. Fight! This glitch has a weird effect on skirt characters. You need to go to a stage that lets you spawn the Nikki Assist Trophy. Once you spawn it, be prepared to wait for some luck of getting the pinwheel attack on the trophy. If you do it right, whoever spawned the trophy will have some weird effects happen to their clothing. This doesn't happen with basic wind on other stages. It seems to just be Nikki's pinwheel. I guess Nintendo had different ideas when making her. This works on characters like Daisy, Peach, Zelda, and most likely more, but you get the idea. Pinwheel, dress, thing. Let's move on. Wanna watch Olimar die? There he goes. This glitch lets Olimar die. Never thought it was possible, but here we are. You're gonna need an Olimar, a Smash Ball, and Saffron City. Get the final smash and go to the right side of the stage on the helipad. Use the final smash, and as Olimar is coming down, hold right on the control stick, as you can control the direction you're landing in. By holding right, you will make Olimar clip through the stage and die. No explosion, no effects. Olimar is dead. As far as I know, this does not work on other stages, but it's possible given how it works on this one. I tried a few stages with open spaces like Saffron has, but nothing seemed to work. So if you can make Olimar's final smash completely useless, send it my way. Remember that thing with Ken that one time? Turns out you can do it with Ike as well. It works in a similar way where you have to interrupt a certain move on a certain frame. Use Ike's neutral special, the one that makes his sword all blue. Right as you activate the move, have another character interrupt it. It might help if you slow the game down. If you interrupt the move just right, Ike's sword will glow for a few seconds, as if you're fully charging the eruption. If you look closely, he goes through the full effect animation on his sword, but the move doesn't come out. Just like with Ken, this doesn't affect any of his moves. It just looks kinda cool. I guess in his free time, Ike likes cosplaying Star Wars characters. Now let's look at a seemingly normal still frame of Shulk. Looking good. He's feeling it. Now let's ruin it. This is a visual glitch that allows you to remove some textures and model fragments from other characters. To do this, start a normal match and go to Battlefield Kalos. Stand a character directly under a platform, then go into the camera mode and move around until you see this thin blue layer inside the platform. If you direct the camera properly onto the character, you'll get some strange effects. Each character has something different. Lucas loses his eyes, Olimar loses his helmet, Zelda loses her makeup, Palutena loses her life essence. There's not really an explanation for why this happens, just something with this layer inside the platform. Mess around and see what you find with all the characters. Let's move on and see what Donkey Kong is up to. Stuck in a perpetual vortex for all of eternity again, huh, DK? This happens every other week, dude, come on. This is another visual glitch that has no impact on gameplay. Go into training mode on the Hyrule Castle stage, then simply wait for a tornado. Get stuck in the tornado and then open the pause menu.
Welcome to Purgatory.
Not only are you stuck here, you can also adjust the speed of the spin with the camera speed function. You can also stack multiple characters on top of each other and then put them in a perpetual blender. You could potentially argue that this isn't a glitch, but I felt like it was worth mentioning. Look at him go! I've got one final glitch before we end this off. For this one, you're gonna need Snake and Piranha Plant. It's very simple. All you need to do is have Piranha Plant use a move that changes their model, Side Smash or Poison. During this change, have Snake grab the plant. During the entire duration of this grab, plant is stuck in this model change.
Harder, Daddy. What?
It doesn't do anything to affect the game, nor will plant stay like this. But if you turn up the percent to max, it'll take a while. For whatever reason, this also only works on Snake's grab. Any other character just reverts the plant back to normal. My theory is that Snake has a unique grab animation, whereas the rest of the cast grabs the plant like this. Snake grabs them from behind and the game just kinda do how it be. That's all I've got for this video. I want to thank my patrons for choosing to support me, and be sure to follow me on Twitter and join my community here. I'll see you all next time.